Hi, I'm just gonna share with you like my most like traumatizing and really annoying day of my life ever, and I don't think it'll happen again. So basically, I have a part-time job that I haven't started yet, but also recently on that day, I came to this other part-time job that I have, and it's like under a primary school, and it's like I have to help the teachers because it's like an after-school care, and I knew a bit of like the job scopes and stuff like that. And I came to this school, and like, mind you, like it was like the worst thing ever because when I was just like, like in the school, like they showed me around, and I spent my whole day there, and then like they got me like caught up in the last few minutes before I left, like for them reading the contract of me and me signing it. And like what happened that day was like really so like traumatizing, loud, and I had like a headache like the towards the end of the day, and I was just like super done because like the kids were alright. I mean, like they were just like pedo kids, and they're just kind of really young, and I'm just like here just in a classroom, and these two teachers were like scolding them like really loudly, and that's like the most traumatizing part. And he also gave me like a headache and stuff like that. But like their scolding was like way beyond like any scolding. Like it was like screaming, and I don't know how the kids tolerate it, but it's like not like the worst part too. Like there's other things, like because like I don't know why, like probably they need to go to the toilet or something, and the teachers, and then I had to sit at a class, and like some of the boys were like really rowdy, and one of them didn't want to sit down, and then he used like, I don't know, like corporal punishment on him, like literally like make him stand in front of the class, and like told him like stand up and sit down like a lot of times, and it's like in a really stern way, and the way he's saying it is like shouting. And I was just like, like I inside of myself I felt like, I wanted to like say like he doesn't, he don't deserve it, but I couldn't really say it out loud. I was just like, I mean, that's the way you discipline your children in class, but to me it's like too much. And there's like another guy that like they're really young, and he was doing something like dirty and stuff like that in class, or watching something that he wasn't supposed to, and then he literally like shamed him, put it in front of the whole class, and then like like just like scolded him, made him stand. And then he was like telling the child to like demonstrate it to the class, stuff like that, because he was the one who was like doing it also with the other children. Like, and then like the other children, I mean the child also might like, the other child might like think like what was going on. And I'm just like, all in all, for me, like it was such a headache, and I think it was so much trauma because the way that the teachers yelled the children was like really too much for me. And honestly, like I know it wasn't right, but I can't do anything because obviously, like, so I'm also going to tell you that I'm not diagnosed with any social personality disorder. I don't know if it's a disorder, initial disorder or personality disorder, but yeah. So I just took this test, rather accurate, and it says that like how I just like disregard like responsibilities, and also I do have like the Peter Pan syndrome because I took this test and it came out like this, which I will talk in another video, and that's why I was like, okay, yeah, I signed a contract, whatever. But like, I was just like, when I got home, like I was on my bed, I, and I was just like so tired because it was far from my house too. I think it didn't sit right with me. Given then in the class, I was just thinking, wow, his screaming is so loud. Like I just think I might go home, and then because you guys might hear voices and see stuff, I'm like hear that he's gonna like shout. He's shouting. He's like gonna like so for me I'm just like like it's just it's very hard for me like as a staff, and I just escape them, because I mean I don't like having a job at all. I don't like working. And when I felt like I wasn't really recovered from before I started about it, I quickly just like blocked all of them, and ran away and escaped. Like it's not my first time that, because like last time, to prove about my initial personality disorder, I think that's how it's called. I I also was in a job, but at least this one I got picked because I stayed for maybe like a few days or a week. But then I told that I guess the person like seeing us that I cannot take it because there's always I was working as like a hotline person, and basically like they were just scolding a lot and I didn't take it, so I just fired myself. And she was like, I hope you find a better job that suits you. I'm like, shut up. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm just like here again with this school, so I just escaped them because I felt it doesn't sit right with me. And I mean, like some of the boys who got scolded were just crying too, and there's another guy that was crying too, and it was like really bad, and I just couldn't anymore. So, but I don't know how the kids can tolerate these two teachers for like a lot of days because like I can't, like I don't know. I just like I was a young child. I was also just like sensitive and crying a lot, and I'm a girl. Like the girls in class were like they weren't crying. Like one girl got scolded just because she wanted to put back her book, but then like she didn't raise her hand. And then the teacher was, there's one male teacher and one female teacher. The male teacher was just telling me they should raise their hand, before they walk around or go somewhere else. And I'm like, but I just like I was just thinking like, you didn't tell me about this, and I thought that the students didn't know also. And it could be like an assumption, but like I felt like, and I don't know, because I didn't see them raise their hand to, go to the toilet or something. Maybe I didn't see them raise their hand, but it's like really weird. And like analyzing the male teacher, like the female teacher is all right, but she can also scream loudly. I guess it's just like the female teacher is maybe just like like all right, but the male teacher was like really too like authoritarian, and he was like it's like really bad, and it's like really shaming. Like I don't know, if I was in his shoes, probably he's just mad, but I think it's not alright. And the kids are like brave. I'm pretty sure some of them just like shook and just like keep quiet and stuff like that. But I don't like just couldn't agree like myself. Because I said, I was a really sensitive child. I was just crying. I don't know for what reason, but I was really emotional because I think I had childhood trauma, and then like my parents were also very authoritarian on me, and my mom like used to insult me, and I don't get along with that, so it was like really really difficult for me. Like I really wanted to stay in this job. I was determined to stay, but I realized that it was just the trauma telling me to stay, because my brain is like really like I want to speak out, but I'm really like afraid to. And I wanted to stay, but I can't. And I realized that I wanted to stay because of like the trauma I have every day. But with this school, it's like okay, like I can't, because the memories I have from what the students go through is like really hard for me. And I wanted to like just like be the voice and complain and stuff like that, but I can't. I just feel like I have no power to. And but I just don't agree with it. And like the other traumatizing part is that I didn't have enough time to like have a good like toilet break, I mean, like to be honest and blunt, like to pass motion and stuff like that. And I know it's really far from me, and I think I'm just rather very like rash and very like couldn't care less, because I'm very uncaring and like job expect. And I just like to not have responsibilities. It's like a Peter Pan syndrome. I was like, I'm glad that I left them, because I was just contemplating, because I had a really massive headache that I had in my entire life, and I was like I should stay, but then the voice was just telling me, the voice of my so-called husband, like he was just telling me to just block them, because I was contemplating that. But also in the past, before I actually have a actual job, after I was just having a break from the job I had before, I was thinking that I should just like, how do I escape jobs? Because I don't know, because I felt like because I think I'm just really antisocial. And I was like thinking back before that I remember my first job was also like very, I think also because it was so too much responsibilities, and I wanted to leave. Then my mom forced me to stay, which then now I guess I'm just rebellious, and I just couldn't care less and learn to listen to myself, and maybe like trauma and the memories is just to like warn you about what's coming. At least for me, I know it's a sick way, I know like nobody deserves to have like flashbacks, but it's like for me I think it's like for me to just be more aware. It's just if I hear voices and see stuff, like I think sometimes they're smart to insult me, but some of them are smart to be nice to me. Some of them are smart to, like when I do things, it's like sometimes I don't know. Like for example, I don't know how to close or box something, and then I already know how after a while. It's like, but I didn't know that it's me. Like I can explain, but it's like I'm doing something and I don't know what to do. But it's like something is helping me. But I know it's me, but it's like I don't know how I got there. Cause like, I mean I think, but it's like at that point it's like something was helping me. I don't know how to explain. But it's me, I know, but it's like I feel like something was helping me out of myself, and yeah, so it was just really like a very bad traumatizing day for me. And yeah, I don't know, life and me about life and jobs is not being easy. Like I'm okay with having a part-time job, but this job is that I shared with you guys was like really, yeah, so I'm glad that I escaped them, and and yeah, I have no words. Like I don't know why people have to be really mean, and like I just don't know why. But yeah, this sums up this video and the job. So yeah, so I'll see you guys in my next video.